Well, Johnny, 0-0 today against Chesterfield. Do you feel like it could have potentially been free for us?
Yeah, I think we was certainly in the second half. I thought we was a team that looked more likely to win it, probing, trying to go for it to get all three. Perhaps they shaded the first half, but I think in the second half we've limited them to very little. Don't think they've had a shot on target in the whole game. So sort of pretty comfy defensively. We pushed hard in attacking wise, but perhaps probably both teams will say they didn't make the opposition keeper work hard enough. But they're a good team. You have to respect them. We're very, very difficult to break down. They got an absolute threat on the counter attack. They got good quality players. So you have to respect a point against them. We wanted all three. We tried to get all three, but couldn't manage it.
Do you think on reflection you've got to take into account play with 10 men for most of the game against Doncaster? Perhaps that's a factor?
I don't know, didn't think about it, but that was a gruelling game up there, for sure. The fact that we had to play with 10 for so long. But we freshened things up in training. We've had 6 days to recover from that. So we went into it feeling good, feeling fresh. That never helps, does it? I look back at that game and you wonder what if that hadn't happened. But today was a close-fought game, really tight. And I think if you go too gung-ho against a team like this, they're just gonna pick you off. So we tried to get the balance between being sort of defensively solid, having a good shape, and then trying to go for the win. And I think you could feel in the stadium in the second half that we was the team going for it. Really, we was pushing hard, but opposition don't roll over and just let it happen. So you have to respect them, and I don't think a point against Chesterfield is ever a disgrace.
Yeah, the second half seemed to open up really well, and we seem to be creating a lot more in the second half. Was there a tweak you made at half time?
We just tried to be a little bit more front foot. We tweaked how we pressed, tried to meet him a little bit earlier, a bit higher up. It was causing us a few issues early in the early part of the game with Naylor's position sort of dropping out. That caught us sort of not something that we've seen them do too much, so we had to adjust to that. I thought we'd done that much better in the second half. Met them higher, won the ball back in better areas, and was probably a bit more aggressive with our press. It allowed us the platform to go and attack a lot more in that second half. So just little tweaks, but it was to try and go and win it, obviously. And then we made the changes. I thought the subs, obviously, they gave us a bit of freshness as well in the way that we could get after the ball and get at them. So probably those sort of factors, but we just couldn't quite manage to get the winner.
Yeah, that front three that we finished with seems to be developing really well, considering they haven't played too much football together. Must be pleasing.
No, it's nice that you've got the options to go and make those changes. They bring. It's really important that they know the roles when they come on. So when we practice our shape, our press, and our finishing, and everything, they're always involved. So when they come onto the pitch, they know exactly what's required. And obviously, Ozzy and Sass bring you pace and athleticism in wide areas. And Joe comes on and does a similar role to what Omar does. So it's nice to have those options, and you want them to come on and impact the game positively.
And now such a tight turnaround before Monday, do you anticipate potentially making any changes?
They need to rest up from this one. This is on the back of Donny, and then today there's two tough, gruelling games. Two good teams today going right at it, so that will take a toll. So we have to try and go to Gillingham to go there and try and win the game, and probably getting the balance between sort of trying to freshen it up a little bit, but sticking to what we are and who we are. And I'll see how they come into training tomorrow, Monday, and we'll look at it then.
And then how do you keep the message into the lads after that one? Because obviously still in it, of course, but not the win that you wanted perhaps.
3 games to go, and we've got an opportunity to do something unbelievable. So that's what I said to them. It's just absolute credit to the boys that they put themselves in this position. They give absolutely everything. I can't fault their application, their attitude, the way they turn up to work every day, ready to work properly. So when I first walked in there, I think they was a bit despondent because they felt we could have won the game. We did, and it's a point. But 3 games to go, and we are in there fighting. And I reminded them of that. Perhaps they needed reminding in the immediate aftermath of the game, but I think they recognise where we are, and we've given ourselves an unbelievable chance. So We just want to give it absolutely everything now in the final 3. Realistically, probably got to win them all. And then obviously, even then, you just don't know. But I look around this division last night, today again at results, and it's just impossible to predict. So if we can go and win 3 games, I think that gives us a chance, you know. But to be in that position that we are, you know, I'm really proud of them.
Absolutely. Thanks, Johnny.
Cheers, Chris.